Hey guys, what's up? It is a Friday. That means local sports. What we're talking about here today. And the local sports, it's going to surround a sport that I'm going to go ahead and guess that a lot of you probably don't know a ton about. Although, it actually is one of the older sports here in the United States. And that sport is lacrosse. That's right, lacrosse. And we're going to talk about lacrosse for this reason. Well, first of all, my name is Taylor. I'm Taylor from Kway. Excuse me. And the reason that we're talking about lacrosse is that I will be broadcasting what I believe to be the very first broadcasted game of lacrosse tomorrow afternoon, as the Wartburg women's lacrosse team will take on, I believe tomorrow is against Illinois Institute of Technology, who I think is actually pretty good. So we'll have that game on Kway, on the Kway airwaves, and I will be on the call. Very, very excited about that. Again, very first lacrosse broadcast in the state of Iowa, I think, ever. So it's really, really cool that I get to be the guy that says that Iowa is the one that broadcasted that first. That's pretty cool to me. And so with that, talk a little bit about lacrosse. And here's where I want to go with it. Most of the players for lacrosse, certainly the ones that are from Iowa that play for Wartburg, before getting to Wartburg had never ever played lacrosse, probably never even thought about playing lacrosse at any level, let alone at the collegiate level. So here's my question. The question that I want to float out to you guys is, try to remember back to when you were in high school, when you were a high school a senior, and you probably played some sports, but probably weren't good enough to play sports in college. Maybe you were. This works for you too. Would you then, once you got into college, would you be willing to play a sport that you had never played before, never thought about playing before, like lacrosse? And remember, for this video's sake, you're at a college that doesn't have scholarships, like Wartburg. They don't have scholarships to give out to their lacrosse players. Would you be willing to play a sport just to say, hey, I played a sport in college? Would you be willing to do that if it were a sport that you, again, had never played before, never really thought about playing before, and you've got to take in to consideration that you've also got schoolwork. You're not being paid to go to this school to play sports. You've got schoolwork to do on top of playing this sport, and obviously that cuts down on the amount of time that you can get a job and make money. So not only are you working harder, you've got more things to worry about, but you're also still not making any money. Would you be willing to do that? That's my question. It's a very simple yes or no. It's an interesting thing to think about, because I don't think that it's one that a lot of people do take into consideration. And this lacrosse game that I'm going to be calling tomorrow afternoon, these guys, these players, these ladies, these women, they're not paid, and they've made a huge sacrifice to say, hey, yeah, I'm willing to play that sport at the collegiate level, having never played it before ever in my life. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting thing. So let me know, would you be willing to play a sport you never played before in college, knowing you're not getting a scholarship for it? You're not getting, you're not getting paid for it. You're not gonna go pro in that sport, but it will mean that you have to make a bigger commitment, but you get, you get to compete at a very high level. So let me know what you think. You can do that here on YouTube, Taylor Knits, or you can find me over at Twitter at Taylor from Kway, or on Facebook at Taylor Knits. And until next time, I am Taylor Knits.